Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am coming to you all with a new trial that is coming up for Danielle Redlick. Y'all, this story is intriguing and interesting, and I wanted to share it with you all so that we can watch this trial together and discuss it week by week. Hopefully, I will be able to bring it up. Right now, they are in the beginning stages, they are picking the jury. I'm going to give you some background about this chickadee and what has happened with this young lady and what you should be looking out for. This is for all my true crime buffs. This is the channel where we do what we do about these kind of stories, y'all. I'm very interested in this. Um, and I hope that you all are too. This is a true crime. Um, and we're going to discuss it. Okay. Again, this is a story of intrigue, possible murder, love affair gone wrong, and some more stuff. So today is the jury selection started on yesterday in the murder trial of Danielle Redlick. She lives in Orange County, Florida, and she is accused of stabbing and killing her husband, Michael Redlick, during a fight more than 3 years ago. The police said that Michael, who was a well-known University Central Florida facility member, was found dead inside of a Winter Park home that he shared with Danielle on January 12th of 2019. Now, Danielle is going to trial after rejecting the state's manslaughter offer of 10 years in prison and is pleading not guilty. If Danielle is convicted of the second degree murder charge, she could face a maximum of life in prison. Now, according to Orange County Police report, Danielle called 911, and we're going to be listening to that, saying her 65-year-old husband has suffered a fatal heart attack. Now, what you don't know is Danielle is married to her stepdaddy. Yes, she is married to her mama's husband. Then she called 911 saying her 65-year-old husband has suffered a fatal heart attack. And then in the same call, she claimed that he stabbed himself after they had a fight. Investigators said she waited 11 hours to call law enforcement. You all going to hear that. And officers said she told them she did not call sooner because she was scared and on probation and exhausted. This woman actually said that she fell asleep beside him. We're going to make a determination. Okay? We're going to put all those votes out there, whether or not we hearing some of this evidence, whether or not we believe that she is innocent, as she claims, or guilty of being the kitchen knife murderer. Let's get ready, y'all.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up. Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lies, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
So, welcome back, everybody. If this is your first time being here, my name is Auntie of Auntie's Advice. Welcome. Okay. Welcome. If this is your first time being here, to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining this family over here at Auntie's Advice channel for women. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. As I said in my introduction, we're going to be going through some of the information that we have on an upcoming trial that started on Monday of this week, where they are right now in jury selection. This is again a story of intrigue, of knives, and all kinds of stuff that is going on in this. And I believe that this is going to be something that's going to be very interesting to all of you all who love court TV like I do, who love intrigue, mysteries, murders, and the like. And I am so excited to be sharing this journey with you all as we make a determination and we find out what the jury decides. Now, as I said, this young lady was offered a plea deal to take a lesser charge with less years, and she said, "Nope, I am pleading not guilty to this crime, and I'm going to go before a jury." Whether or not this was the best decision for her, that remains to be seen when we gather together the jury in Florida. Okay, to try this particular case. I am going to play for you, not on the screen, the 911 call that started it all. I'm going to be playing the audio only, so listen up. As we here at Auntie's Advice, channel for women, decide whether or not this woman is guilty or no. So let me bring up that sound bite of that 911 call. Just 1 second. Let's bring up that 911 call. Let me know in the comments section if you cannot hear. If you can't hear, you don't have to say anything. But if you cannot hear, let me know. Let's go.
911, do you need police, fire, medical?
Yes. We need a car here at 1231 Temple Drive, Winter Park, Florida. There's a woman that's a danger to herself and to others right now.
A gentleman that's a danger to
I'm sorry. Pardon me? Pardon me?
The address.
1231 Temple Drive, Winter Park, Florida.
Okay, stay on the line. I'm going to have to transfer us over to Winter Park. Let me talk first when they answer, okay?
You better go in your room. Please, Dan.
911, do you need police, fire, or medical? This is Seminole to transfer for police at 1231 Temple Drive.
Yeah, please. Go in your room. Will you stop? Oh, all right. I will call you back. I'll call you back in 5 minutes. I'll call you back in 5 minutes.
What is going on there?
So hopefully you all are able to hear that. So what we have heard so far, sorry y'all, I've got a little this light. So what we have heard so far is that the husband has called 911. Okay, Michael. He's called 911 and said that I have a here who is not only a danger to herself, but to others. There's a conversation going on in the background, and then he decides, I'm going to hang up. He gives them the address. Now, all of you all know when you call 911 that if you hang up without there being a resolve or that the situation is safe, they're going to call you back. We now hear the 911 operator call back and confirm the address, and he says, I'll call you right back. So I'm hoping that you all can hear. If there is a moderator in the room, please let me know that you all can hear this. Just my moderator. Can you text me or put it in the comment section and let me know that you all can hear this? Is there a moderator in the room? That's the thing. Okay, thank you. All right, so now we're going to go on with the 911 call uninterrupted. Okay, let's continue.
Hello. Hunter Park, this is. Yeah, I'm still there. He didn't give me a lot of information. He just said that there was a woman who was a danger to herself. Okay. And that was it. Yeah, that's all. And he called on a 911 only phone. So. Okay. And I just want to confirm he told you 1231 Temple Drive. Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Seminole. No problem. Bye bye. 911, may police call your medical? I don't know. I think my husband's deceased. There's been a tragedy at my home. What's the address up there?
Now, remember, everybody, I know I said it was uninterrupted, but I have to say this. Remember, he called the day before. This is the next day.
1231 Temple Drive, Winter Park. Okay, yeah, Winter Park jurisdiction. Let me get their fire department on the line. Hold on one moment. Winter Park 911, you need police, fire, or medical. This is someone with a medical transfer for 1231 Temple Drive in Winter Park. Alrighty, 1231 Temple Drive, right? Yes, ma'am. Yes. All right. Okay, thank you. What's going on at 1231 Temple Drive? I believe my husband is deceased. Okay. And why do you believe he's deceased? Because he's been, he's stiff and he's wounded. He might have had a heart attack. I don't know. Okay. Did you just find him? No, actually, it happened last night. It happened last night? Correct. Okay. How old is your husband? He's 65. Second. So did you find him this morning? Because I know you said that you believed it happened last night. Did you see him last night? Was he okay, or was he was not okay last night? We had altercation, and he stabbed himself, and I ran into the bathroom, and then when I came out, I tried to help him, and I saw he was lying in blood. And then I tried to help him, and I couldn't. Correct. Yes. And then I tried to help him, and I woke up with sitting up next to him, and I was trying to figure out what to do. Right. I got you. I'm gonna get you some help, hon. So you all had an altercation last night, correct? Yeah. All right. What's your name? Danielle. Are there any weapons on scene now? A knife. A knife? Mm-hmm. And you said he was 64, right? 65. I'm sorry? 65. 65. So, okay. Go ahead and give me your first name again, because I don't want to call your name. Danielle. Danielle. Okay, so Danielle, let me ask you this. So, did he stab himself last night and he passed last night, and you just didn't know what to do? Correct, I believe so, yes. Okay. Were you all drinking? He was. He was? Yes, he was. And the altercation was the night before, too, but I left the house and took my children with me because he was dating them, too. Mm-hmm. Were your kids there last night during this altercation? No, they were not. They were not here, and they're not here now. I know you first said that you thought he had a heart attack. So do you think it was a heart attack, or do you think it was due to the stabbing that he passed away? Probably the stabbing triggered it, I guess. I don't know. It's a shoulder wound. You say it's a shoulder wound? Right. I'm just getting all this information. Okay. How old are you, hon? I'm 45. I'm just getting everything you told me into the call, okay? I have multiple units throughout, meaning I have police and fire. Go ahead and give me your husband's first name. Michael. Michael. What's his last name? Redlick, Redlick. Go ahead and give me his date of birth. 5/1/53.
Now, as you all have said in the comment section, at first she said, when she called 911, Danielle indicated that she thinks her husband is dead from a heart attack. Now she's saying that he has a shoulder stab wound. Which one is it, boo-boo? Which one is it? Danielle told the investigators that her husband had started a fight by spitting a piece of hamburger in her face, and then he pushed her to the ground. She told investigators that he grabbed a knife in a drawer. She grabbed a knife in a drawer, but her husband took it from her and made stabbing motions at himself, according to the affidavit. Danielle said she hid in the bathroom, and when she came out, she saw a bloody trail and followed it to her husband's body in the living room, according to an affidavit. She then told the investigators that she couldn't find her phone to call for her help, and she attempted CPR on this man. She said she fell asleep, and when she woke up the next morning, she didn't know what to do, and she slit her wrist. She called 911 when she began bleeding, the affidavit said. Court records show that the Redlicks had been going through a divorce before the case was dismissed last November from lack of action by Danielle Redlick, who initiated the divorce. In a divorce petition, Danielle said the marriage was irretrievably broken, and she was asking for alimony because she said she was unable to support herself without assistance. She listed herself as an unemployed photographer and a multimedia professional. She had asked to share custody of their 15-year-old daughter and 11-year-old son. Two witnesses told the detective that the couple had a rocky relationship and fought often. One witness said that Michael Redlick had described his wife as crazy and had joked quote unquote, as long as I had the steak knives, everything will be fine, according to the affidavit. What do y'all think? So, let me give you a little bit more information. Michael, who was allegedly stabbed to death by his wife, told a friend just days before his demise, as long as I keep the knives locked up, I'm okay. Danielle, who was 45 at the time, is accused of murdering her husband, Michael Redlick, at their Winter Park home after he allegedly discovered she had been cheating on him. Now, when she called 911, she acted like this mofo just had a straight heart attack. The story has changed multiple times. Now, I don't know how she thought she was going to get away with this. Here's another key point. Another key point in this is that she made sure that the children were not at the house. One kid got dropped off with one friend. The son and the daughter got dropped off somewhere else. Evidently, from what we hear on the first 911 call, there were already some stuff that was going on in the household. I don't know, allegedly, if she had the children to leave out the house because she felt like, okay, stuff about to pop off in here. I don't want the kids involved. And I want to, resolve this cheating allegation that's going on with him. And I don't want the kids to be an earshot. But then another side is like, or a speculation is, did she have the kids removed from the home so that she can make it do what it do? So she can play a little Jason up in that blickety flickety. So I want you all to know that as well. We will be looking at the trial. Hopefully you all will be looking at it. And again, hopefully we'll be able to have a watch party after they do the jury selection. For me, jury selection is boring. It's boring to me. But we are going to be looking at the trial. I will put a link to Court TV, who will be following this on a daily basis, and we will be following this case. So let me give you all a little bit more information. According to WFV, a friend of Michael told the investigators, I said, how are things at home and how is your wife? And he would say, as long as I can lock up the knives. They got new release images and a video from the investigation that showed the state of the home after the Redlicks called 911 to report her husband had been stabbed 11 hours after the police say it happened. According to the police, they saw red streaks on the floor, blood splatters on the walls of the kitchen and in the living room area and the master bedroom. The prosecutors are saying that there were signs that Redlick tried to clean the scene. Redlick as in Danielle. Danielle tried to clean the scene after officials found bloody towels, a mop, and a bucket. A bloody knife was found on the floor along with two others in the sink. So what they are saying is, if he did this, he stabbed himself with 3 different knives. But you don't take but one. Because there was 3 different knives that were found at the scene. An updated autopsy report stated that Michael died of a stab wound to the torso that cut the ballistic vein The medical examiner told the police it would only take 5 to 6 minutes for him to bleed out for hitting that vein. In an interview with the detectives at the hospital, Danielle refused to go into detail about the night her husband died, but she explained they had gotten into an argument over a text that was sent to her by another man. And she said that Michael found a text from another man to me. She told them this on January 12th, okay, while she was in the hospital. She said we had some issues, and last year he basically cheated on me, and it was a big, long, drawn out thing. She says we finally came around to living together again and possibly trying to work it through. But I think that really wasn't happening, and in my mind, it was inevitably going to probably separate again. When she explained why she didn't call the police, she said she has 2 children, aged 15 and 11, who were not at the house. She told authorities that she was scared and exhausted, having fell asleep next to her husband's body after attempting CPR. Now, y'all know damn well we did not hear that in that phone. She said she fell asleep, bitch, but she never said she tried to do CPR. She said she was running and hiding in the bathroom, but okay. When Redlick, however, the police discovered that her phone showed she was checking messages on a mother dating app. Did y'all hear me? She was checking. She said, I was exhausted. I was tired of the month. I fell asleep. I was trying to do CPR. Now, I ain't called for 11 hours. He's stiff as a board. He bleeding out. I'm cleaning up. Okay, because I left all of that out. But when they checked her phone records, her ass was on the cotton freaking date now. Where they do that at the Redlicks, allegedly, because she is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But who sits there and checks a dating app while your man is in another room deceased? There was a disconnect. I don't know why she would do that. But honey, something's straight up wrong with girlfriend. But let's go on. I'm going to continue. I'm going to give y'all some more of this. Because we're going to watch this. When the police checked her phone, it showed she was checking messages on a dating app. And the dating app was called Meet Mindful, around 2 hours before her 911 call. She also claimed she kept slipping on her husband's blood while trying to help him, and so she cleaned the area with towels. So you mean to tell me you let this mofo bleed out? What state of mind? If what she's saying is true, what was her state of mind? Because you're going to just go straight and go to the police. According to the arrest report, she rang the emergency services around 9:30 on Saturday morning, 11 hours after she said the fight with her drunk, angry husband first began. She says it started when he spat a piece of McDonald's hamburger into her face. Then she claims he grabbed a serrated knife from their kitchen before her husband snatched the blade from her and began making stabbing motions towards himself. The court records show that Redlick had filed for a divorce from her. Okay? Now I'm going to show y'all some pictures from the scene. They said that When she filed for the divorce, apparently she dismissed the petition in November, indicating that that Michael had not been properly served the divorce papers, but they was living in the same house. Officers were told by all the neighbors in the neighborhood that their whole relationship had been rocky and toxic. Following her husband's death, Danielle was taken to a local hospital by paramedics as she tried to harm herself. Her medical records revealed that she had alcohol in her system. Now, when a 911 operator asked her, had they been drinking, she said, no, hell no, he was. Come to find out, she drinks too. At the time of the arrest, she was on probation from a January 2018 incident in Seminole County for resisting an officer. She was arrested on probation on a probation violation charge on January 23rd. Prior to his death, Michael, who was the director of external affairs and partnership relations for the Devo Sports Business Management Program at UFC, told a witness his wife was crazy. His wife was crazy. He knew what he was dealing with. He knew exactly what he was dealing with. So I'm going to show y'all a couple of pictures of the home. Now, allegedly, she was in the bathroom. She ain't seen none of this. But she came out and was slipping on the blood. And all this happened. Now, some authorities are saying that there is no way that he could have done this to himself because of the location of the wounds. I am so interested in hearing what the expert witnesses have to say regarding this case here, hunty. I want to hear from the coroner's office. I want to see photos. I want to see everything. And I'm hoping that you do too. So, just 1 second. I think I want to share something else with you all. This is coming from Court TV. Let me see if I can bring it up. Let's listen to a little bit of this.
I'm Benny Politics. Great to have you with us tonight here on Closing Arguments. We're getting ready for the next live trial here on Court TV. We're going to talk about it now. For those of you who don't know, before I joined Court TV, the first time around, I was working down in Central Florida News 13, all local all the time. Beautiful area in the country, and there was a town there called Winter Park, which was like, that's where you wanted to live, right? You're in Central Florida, in the Orlando area. You know, that is like the town to live in, folks, with money, beautiful lakes. It was just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful town. Anyhow, the next live trial, Court TV, Winter Park, Florida, is where either a murder or maybe self-defense or maybe a heart attack, something took place. We know that Michael Redlick ended up dying there, and now his wife has been charged with his murder. Julie Janae has more for us tonight.
I believe my husband is deceased. I just, he's sick and he might have a heart attack.
Michael Redlick, an executive for the University of Central Florida Sports Business Department and a former NBA executive for the Memphis Grizzlies, was found dead in his Winter Park home.
Okay, did you just find this? No, actually, it happened last night.
Redlick's wife, Danielle, called police to report his death, but not until 11 hours after he was fatally wounded after an argument. She initially claimed that her husband had a heart attack and then changed her story when questioned by a 911 operator.
He was okay last night. We had altercations, and he stabbed himself, and I ran into the bathroom, and when I came out, I tried to help him.
When officers arrived on the scene, they found a disheveled Danielle Redlick outside her home. Police photos show Redlick with wounds to her wrist and blood on her neck and feet. She was taken to an Orlando area hospital. Inside the home, police discovered evidence of what appeared to be a violent crime, including a pile of bloody towels, bloody footprints, and a 5-gallon bucket filled with pink water. Police
look like somebody was trying to clean up to me. Don't look like a help. Because if the average person, let me just say this, the average person who is trying to help somebody and they trying to do CPR, they're on the phone with 911. Get your butt here. I'm trying to save their life. They not around there trying to clean up nothing. They don't, if you're trying to save somebody's life, the last thing you're going to be thinking about, unless you're trying to stop a wound from bleeding out, is looking for a bunch of towels like this. Like who we playing with? Now, again, I have to say this, that she is innocent until proven guilty. However, in a court of public opinion, I'm just saying, something ain't right in the buttermilk. Let's continue.
He suggested it looked as if someone had been cleaning up. A serrated knife was found on the floor near the entry of the kitchen, and 2 additional knives in the sink, all of them with traces of blood on them. Investigators interviewed Danielle Redlick at the hospital. She told them the fight between her and her husband started over a text from another man the night before a stabbing.
So this don't look like a McDonald's burger thrown in your face. This looked like a scuffle. This looked like some type of confrontation was going on up in that blickety flickety. But let's keep on.
Thursday, my husband was very belligerent and distraught. He found out, he found a text from another man to me, and we had some issues in the last year. He basically cheated on me, and it was a big, long, drawn-out thing, and we finally came around to living together again and possibly trying to work it through, but I think that really wasn't happening.
According to the police report, the couple had a complicated relationship. Redlick, 20 years older than Danielle, was first married to her mother, and after she died from cancer, Redlick began dating and eventually married his stepdaughter.
Now, how in the whole nasty, ratchet, fool-la-la would you be marrying your stepdaddy? Now, I don't know how long this mofo was in her life, but that right there is just nasty, low down. And your mama done died of cancer. And the next thing you know, you with him and married. What the? Is it me? Is it me? This woman, let me. Let's continue.
But their 17-year relationship, according to investigators, was rocky, marred by alleged infidelity and arguments over dating apps. A family friend said that Michael Redlick even joked about the potential for violence.
How are things at home, or how is your wife? And he would say, as long as I can lock the knives up, I'm okay.
The couple's two children, 11 and 15 years old, were not at home at the time of the alleged stabbing. Police say they told investigators that it was their mother who was volatile and argumentative. One of those fights in a separate incident prompted a call to 911 by their father.
Yes, there's a woman that's a danger to herself and to others right now.
A gentleman that's a danger to
I'm sorry. Pardon me? Pardon me? Will you stop? Oh, all right. I will call you back. I'll call you back in 5 minutes.
Investigators say that Michael was stabbed multiple times in the
Now, I'm sorry. I know I irritate some people when I stop. So he did this to himself? Now, when she called the 911 operator, as we all recall, when she called the 911 operator, she indicated that it was a shoulder stab wound. Now, according to this picture up here on this screen, there was how many holes? I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look like something at the top of at the head, around the neck is. Girl, bye. Girl, stop. Girl. I find it very hard to believe this story, but let's continue.
torso and concluded those injuries could not have been self-inflicted. Danielle Redlick was arrested and charged with her husband's murder and also with trying to conceal evidence. She has pleaded not guilty and maintains her innocence. If convicted, she faces up to life in prison.
Now, what does Danielle believe? Does she believe she got an ace in the hole? What evidence could Danielle possibly think that she has that she would go out on a limb and plead not guilty? Danielle believes that while we are watching this trial, and we're going to be watching, that she's got evidence to prove that all this is wrong. Again, I cannot wait to hear from the coroner's office, from the expert witnesses. I can't wait to hear from the fucking neighbors, bitch. I cannot wait for the neighbors to bring out the dirt, the tee-hee-hee. I am even hoping that the boyfriend, the lover on the or alleged lover on the hotline and on I'm hoping everybody is up on the stand, batch. I cannot wait to see this trial. If we got to watch it at night, we'll watch it at night. But I would like to watch shows where, we all are watching it together and giving our commentary. Now, I won't be able to watch it live because I got a whole job. So I will not be able to watch this while it's going on. But we will make sure that we are tuned in. To Court TV to see this. Again, right now they are in jury selection, and I'm not interested in that part. But if you would love to look at it, please look at it. Auntie, she thinks she will get away with this, ma'am. You didn't plan this in a way to get away with it. Completely sloppy. I can just see on the cross that they are going to wear her out. I don't know if she's going to be taking a stand in her own defense. I think that she has to, because it's criminal. I believe she has to. I have to remember about that. But, needless to say, Honey, during the cross-examination, they're going to wear her out because her story has been inconsistent even with the 911 operator. There's also a interview that was done with her in the hospital when she, harmed herself. I will try to find that and put that in the description box so that you all will be able to listen to that as well. This is going to be a great trial, and I hope that you all are interested. I hope that you all look at it so that we can have engaging conversations about Danielle Redlick, because I don't see this being a really good outcome for her. Your counsel can only do what you advise. You hire them. You say, you know what, I'm going to plead not guilty and I want a jury trial. Your attorneys they can quit, but they can't say no. They cannot deny you that, right? You have the right to a jury trial. But I don't know if Danielle has chosen the right thing. If I were in Danielle's shoes, I probably would have took the plea deal for 10 years. But maybe Danielle knows something that we don't know. I thank you all so much for being here tonight. What you said, she better not. Them fake tears are going to do her. Okay. No, she don't have to take the stand in a criminal case, but if she do, that will be the wrong thing to do. Okay, I don't know why my mind went blank on that. You're absolutely correct about that. But she would have already have had to have that information. I don't know if that's going to come out in trial, where she is examined by both sides. She's going to have to, bring someone there to say that that's what she is, right? She's going to have to have a doctor. And then, the other side has the right to examine her to see whether or not she has been, um, um, I don't know why I keep drawing a blank, that she is insane. And I have not seen that come out so far. Now, maybe that is her ace in the hole, but that would have had to already been determined that she was pleading. But she wouldn't say innocent, right? She would plead guilty by mental, right? No, she would not plead innocent and plead that, because she's saying that she's completely innocent of this. I haven't seen that come out yet, sweetie, but I will make sure that I look that up and I know what I'm talking about out here in these streets. But I do not believe that she can claim that unless that has already been determined, and that is part of a plea. She's not even what? She is not even saying why every time a white woman kills somebody, she has mental problems. Yeah, I don't believe that she's claiming that by reason that she's guilty by reason of insanity. I don't believe that has come up in the trial. I will check and find out whether or not that has, or whether or not that's something on the plate. But I believe, yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that unless it comes out later. Right. That would have to already be, and I don't believe that she's chosen to say I'm innocent by reason of insanity, because at that point now you're saying that you're guilty. So she's not pleading guilty. She wasn't even willing to take the plea deal. I've not seen anything that indicates that she has said that, she was insane or anything like that. As a matter of fact, during the interview that they did in the hospital, she wanted to go home and she wanted to, get her children. And that was one of the things that she continued to ask over and over again. She can't say that she was insane because everything that she did was methodical and completely thought out. Right. She isn't pled guilty by or murdered him by reason of insanity. But thanks for that question, because you just made me have to put a put a hat on that I'm so tired. It's 11 o'clock and I didn't want to put that hat on. But I think that what she is, her grounds are defense. That it was self-defense, that she was defending herself, which is why she is now alleging that, she fled to the restroom. She was assaulted by a hamburger being, spewed out. Now, she didn't say anything about battery, but she did say that, he assaulted her by spitting a McDonald's hamburger in her face, and then an altercation, right? And of course, she did say, I fled. So she is using keywords, okay, to try to prove that she was in a fight or flight situation with this man. She said that, she saw him get a knife, remember? And she said, I fled to the bathroom and kept myself in the bathroom. When I came out, I discovered. So she is trying to use a self-defense um tactic, right, in order to get out of this. I don't believe that's going to happen. Um, According to the autopsy report, the vein in which he was stabbed in said that he would have bled out, or he did bleed out, within 5 to 6 minutes. At that point, her defense doesn't stand. Everything that she's done after that, she was not in a fight or flight. She did not have to defend herself. Like, all of that's gone. And then the fact that you would call about an incident. Now, here's another thing. And this is just my thoughts, just my opinion. If she was in fight or flight, right? Let's say things happened the way that she said they happened. And she fled to the bathroom. The average person, I believe, the average person would have taken their cell phone with them. They would be calling the police in order to get assistance from someone that you believe that is wanting to harm you. This altercation has gone too far, and now you need to get someone to help you. Moreover, when she came out of the bathroom and she called 911 11 hours later, her defense was not fight or flight. Her defense was not self-defense. Her defense was not battery. Her defense was not assault. Her defense was, I'm on probation and I was scared and I didn't know what to do. That was initially what she said. Self-defense is being used too loosely these days. I agree. It's about time. It's about to come to a point where the court system is going to tighten up on using that defense. Nah. It is a legitimate, true defense in a lot of cases. And it is not going to go away. If you feel like you need to defend yourself, whether it be stand your ground or some other law, That is not going to go away because everyone has the right to defend themselves against harm, danger, or death. So that's not going anywhere. But I do understand what you mean. Because you have a right to a jury of your peers, and you have a right to defend yourself. You have a right to do discovery and present evidence and all that kind of stuff. You have a right to do all of that. So I don't think that that's going to go away, but I do understand what you're saying. What you saying, boo? Or at least check once. She came out to make sure he wasn't going to do anything harmful to her. Mental health and self-defense, people use it really, really often. She can't. She has said too many lies to remember the last one. I'm sure she's going to say that she was, I agree. Some people tend to use it to get away with murder. That's true. Especially stand your ground. People use all kinds of defenses, right? And I mean, that's something you go over with your lawyer in order to make a determination on which way you're going to go. I mean, that is a lawyer's job to help defend you. A defense attorney is going to defend her, and they're going to use whatever tools they have in their pocket, if you will, to defend their client, as they should. Everybody has a right to a defense. So we're going to see. Now, of course, as in with any open trial that we see on court TV or Law and Crime, there is what happens with the jury, and then there is the court of public opinion. And we're going to be very opinionated about what it is that we see on our screen. We're going to be very opinionated. I know I am. I'm not a lawyer in that courtroom, okay? But of course, we're gonna be playing jury here. And I am going to figure out how to do polls so that I can poll you all. I don't know if you can poll on StreamYard or if I will have to hook up to my YouTube, but we're going to be the jury, right? We're going to look at the evidence and we're going to see, we're going to make a determination about what it is that, we believe as jurors watching this. So they better do a good job in the courtroom with picking the right jurors, because I would imagine that she probably won't want very little men on the jury. I mean, but then again, women ain't stupid. Okay? We're not stupid. So it's going to be, I mean, I'm sure it's interesting the way that they're picking the juries. I may listen to that tonight now that, I'm a little curious about where they're going with it. But of course, we won't be able to see the jurors. But this is going to be interesting. So I'm hoping that you all are intrigued and that you're interested in this. Again, we will be watching this together when possible. Will not be during the day, but we're going to get into this. I love you all to pieces. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Okay, this will be aired live on Court TV. And y'all have a great night. Thank y'all. I'm going to put the link to Court TV in the description box too, so y'all don't have to be looking around for it. Love y'all. Bye.